What's up, YouTube? Team Movies here with the new film, The Art of Racing in the Rain, opening this week. Since the film stars Amanda Seyfried, as well as Milo Ventimiglia, but obviously I cannot do my favorite Milo Ventimiglia movies because he does not really have that big of a resume, to be honest with you, like other than This Is Us and whatnot. But Amanda Seyfried actually has a bigger resume, really. Like, I mean, that woman's only like 33 years old, and she's been in some really interesting stuff over the past couple of years and all. So, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite films of hers. All right, gotta speed this through because my computer's about to die. So, all right, coming in at number 10 is going to be Paul Schrader's film First Reform. Now, lots of people call this a modern masterpiece. I don't think it's a masterpiece, something like that. But it's still a good movie. I mean, it's directed by the writer of Taxi Driver. What else can you ask for? And you really got Ethan Hawke as his pastor. He's like the pastor of a small church in upstate New York, and he ends up spiraling out of control after he ends up having a encounter with an unstable activist and his pregnant wife, played by Seyfried, and he also ends up killing the activist as well, and because his wife also wants to choose. So and there's also like a romance that happens between the two, and it's really insane. I mean, it goes dark pretty quick. The film is from A24, which A24 is the best. I mean, come on. Ethan Hawke already gave probably one of his best performances in recent years. I thought Ethan Hawke was great in this. You got Cedric the Entertainer here. Really interesting cast members, really good performances, and Paul Schrader did a cool job at directing. I mean, the movie is very slow at times, but it's still a pretty decent film, man. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Okay, coming in at number 9, it's going to be the Tom Hooper film, Les Miserables. Now, this is, of course, based on the hit Broadway show, and you got Hugh Jackman as John Valjean. Russell Crowe was in this. Amanda Seyfried plays the role of Cassette, who's like the older version of the daughter of Anne Hathaway's character, Fontaine, who ends up dying, and and Amanda Seyfried, I thought she was great in this. She really sang pretty well. She had great chemistry with Eddie Redmayne because they were both in this together as well. And Laserman. I mean, you had Russell Crowe sing, not to mention. And I mean, you also Hugh Jackman was terrific. The movie got nominated for Best Picture, and Tom Hooper is of course directing the upcoming Cats movie, which comes out in December. So keep your eye out for that. So yeah, if you guys never seen Les Miserables, like the film version, it's pretty decent musical. Great performances all around. Seyfried's definitely one of the good performances here. So yeah, pretty decent one. Alright, coming in at number 8 is going to Dear John. Now, Dear John is, of course, based on the novel by Nicholas Sparks. And it's pretty much where, about this soldier named John Tyree, played by Channing Tatum, who meets a college student named Savannah Curtis, played by Seyfried. And they begin having, a strong romance over the 7 years. And they end up being separated when John becomes deployed, ends up being deployed in Iraq, and they end up really staying in touch through their letters, and they meet up pretty much very rarely. Most of the movies are really told through letters and all that, and I mean, Channing Tatum and Amanda Seyfried didn't have that much of a chemistry. Like, they had good chemistry, but I meant to say they didn't have, like, much screen time together. But the screen time they did share together I thought was magnificent. These two, I thought, were great. Their romance really blossomed. The movie, like, it's a Nicholas Sparks adaptation, so you're gonna need some tissues while you're watching this. It's a really interesting romance film, and yeah, definitely go check out Dear John if you guys haven't seen it. And believe it or not, this movie turns 10 next year. You guys want to feel old right there? Okay. Coming in at Coming in at number 7 is going to be a film called The Last Word. Now, in The Last Word, this businesswoman named Harriet Lauer, played by Shirley MacLaine, ends up working with a young local writer named Anne Sherman, played by Amanda Seyfried, to she pretty much like pen her life story, and so like the results pretty much doesn't meet Laura's high expectations, so she ends up dragging Anne along to like a unwilling accomplice to pretty much write a better story for herself before she passes and all. And you also have like this young girl here who I don't like the young girl who was in this film was really good. You also had that dude from A Life in Pieces. I forgot the actor's name. But he was really good. Shirley MacLaine was magnificent. I mean, she's Shirley MacLaine. Of course, she's gonna be great in this. I really liked her dynamic chemistry with Amanda Seyfried. Yeah, it's pretty interesting cast like performances. Pretty underrated to be honest, yeah. And if you guys haven't seen The Last Word, go check it out. It's a movie about it's pretty much like a movie about friendship, a movie about there's heartbreaks. Like you're gonna need some tissues while you're watching this too. And yeah, Last Word is a pretty decent one. All right, coming in at number 6 is going to be a film. My number 6 favorite is going to be a film called Loveless. Now, Loveless is pretty much a biopic about famed porn star Linda Loveless. Anywho, now Linda Lovelace was a pretty popular porn star in the 70s, and she was like the star of pretty much adult fairs like Deep Trove and a few other stuff. And she becomes like she pretty much is like a spokeswoman for sexual freedom and hedonism. And like 6 years later, she ends up presenting a dark side of her story with drugs and all that. You had James Franco as Hugh Hefner. That was pretty cool casting. You had Sharon Stone played her mother in this. I thought she was great. Really interesting group of cast members here. And actually, if I was to do my to be honest, if I was to do Seyfried's best performances, Loveless might actually be number 1. I thought her performances was remarkable. And you also had Pierce Sarsgaard was in this, Juno Tempa, Hank Azaria, Wes Bentley, Bobby Cannavale, Robert Patrick was in this, Adam Brody, Chloe Sevigny was in this, Sarah Jessica Parker. I mean, you go on. And Amanda Seyfried playing a porn star was a little awkward to watch, to be honest with you, because this really didn't seem like her cup of tea. But she still did a great job at embodying the role of Linda Lovelace, and she I didn't really. She gave a remarkable performance there. And if like you guys haven't seen A Loveless yet, go check it out. It's a really decent one. All right, coming in at number 5 is going to be a film called Chloe. Now, the film stars Julianne Moore and Liam Neeson as this couple named Catherine and David Stewart, who are living like in like an era of Toronto, and Catherine ends up suspecting that David, who's like a music professor, is cheating on one of his students. So she ends up hiring a prostitute named Chloe, played by Amanda Seyfried, to meet Dave and see if he's like gives in to her temptation or. And like during an event, it ends up spinning out of control, and Chloe ends up spilling the details of their virtual encounter, and there's like a sense like there's a it goes dark pretty fast. Like Amanda Seyfried was creepy in this, and there's also like a really she also becomes fascinated with Julianne Moore, not to mention. So there's like kind of a romance that blossomed between Moore and Seyfried. Liam Neeson, I know Liam Neeson was remarkable in this film. I mean, he's Liam Neeson; he's always remarkable. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, a pretty decent film. If you guys haven't seen Chloe, definitely go check that one out. It's really insane. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Mamma Mia, which is also based on a. Now, Mamma Mia is also based on a Broadway show, kind of like how Les Miserables was. And here you got Amanda Seyfried as this woman who's about to get married, and so like she wants to find out who her father is, and so of course there's like these 3 men who play who could be any one of the dads. Like you have Pierce Brosnan, Colin Firth, and Stellan Skarsgård. Who any one of them could be her dad because they all had like a fling with Meryl Streep's character, and Meryl Streep she was remarkable in this, by the way. And she pretty much wants to like find her real father so he could walk her down the aisle. You also had Howard Stark himself, Dominic Cooper was in this movie, not to mention, and it's pretty cool seeing him in this. Yeah, Mamma Mia is a really good musical. It has some great music in it, and Amanda Seyfried, that woman shows that like Amanda Seyfried could sing pretty well. I really like the music that she sang in this. I mean, the movie is based on music by ABBA, so yeah, and yeah, if you guys haven't seen Mamma Mia, definitely go check that one out. And of course, Amanda Seyfried reprised her role once again in the sequel, and I know she was once again really good in the sequel. So yeah, definitely go check out Mamma Mia if you guys haven't seen it. Coming in at number 3 is going to be Jennifer's Body. Now, this is actually scripted by Diablo Kobe, who actually wrote Juno. So an interesting film for her. But Jennifer's Body is like Jennifer Body, stars Megan Fox, and I think this is actually Megan Fox's best work ever. Like I'm not kidding, it's definitely the best work she's ever put out. And she plays like this high school hottie named Jennifer, of course, who pretty much like eat guys' fleshes who pretty much never like stood a chance with her before I know her. And so she also ends up becoming friends with Amanda Seyfried, who's like her nerdy friend, and so Amanda Seyfried's character figures out what's been going on, and she wants to like try to prevent her from causing any more damage to people. And yeah, Jennifer's Body it's really gruesome. I really like Jennifer's Body. Like I said, it's Megan Fox's best work in my opinion. I also had Adam Brody was in this, who also was in Loveless, by the way. Chris Pratt was even in this too. I mean, it's pretty interesting to see Chris Pratt in a film like this. Yeah, Jennifer's Body is, it's really interesting. Like, it is very gruesome. It's gory. I mean, she pretty much eats lots of people in this. And I really also like Seyfried and Fox's chemistry here. I mean, there is, of course, a making out scene between the two, and who didn't like that scene? I mean, come on. But yeah, Jennifer's Body is, it's a pretty good one. Like, if you guys haven't seen Jennifer's Body yet, you know, the movie turns 10 this year. Definitely go check out Jennifer's Body if you guys haven't seen it. Alright. Coming in at number two is going to be Ted 2. Now, this is the sequel to 2012's Ted, which was directed by Family Guy star and creator Seth MacFarlane. Now, Ted 2, I thought was really funny. There's sometimes I even think it's even funnier than the first Ted. Like, this time around, you know, Ted wants a kid, but he can't really have a kid because, like, in the state of Boston, he's not really qualified to, you know, have a kid because it's legal. Like, he's not really, you know, met as a human in the world, so he has to try to find a way to, pretty much for people to believe that he could actually is capable of having a kid and all. And Amanda Seyfried pretty much plays Ted's lawyer in this, and I thought Amanda Seyfried was great in this. Like, she also has, like, there's like a romance that blossomed between Mark Wahlberg and Seyfried. I mean, it was pretty interesting to see Seyfried and Wahlberg having a fling in this movie because if you guys remember, in the first Ted, it was really Mark Wahlberg and Mila Kunis, but Mila Kunis did not return, so instead they replaced her with Seyfried. And I thought Amanda Seyfried was really funny in this. I actually like her interaction between Ted was really great, and her not really knowing much about Star Wars and Star Trek and lots of other pop culture stuff. I mean, she doesn't even know who Sam Jackson is, believe it or not. But still, it's a really decent film, and I'm still hoping we see a Ted 3, but I don't know if that will ever happen. But Ted 2 is still a really good one. Alright. Now my number one favorite Amanda Seyfried movie of all time is going to Mean Girls. I mean, how could you not have Mean Girls in this list? I mean, Amanda Seyfried isn't really like the star of it, really. Like, it's mainly Lindsay Lohan and Rachel McAdams' movie. But Amanda Seyfried was still remarkable here. I mean, she pretty much plays one of Regina's best friends. Karen, who's kind of like who's pretty much dumb, and you know, she's not really that bright. So she's kind of like the dumb friend in this. But she has still had great relationship with the other plastic girls. I mean, yeah, Seyfried was really remarkable in this. I thought lots of the lines that she had in this was pretty funny. I mean, and I also liked her interaction with Lindsay Lohan. Their interaction was good. I mean, Mean Girls is. Alright, better hurry this up because my computer's about to die. But Mean Girls is a really great, iconic comedy. It's one of the pretty much one of the best comedies of the decade. I mean, it's one of the best high school movies there is. And Amanda Seyfried, like her role as a Karen, I really thought she stole lots of scenes in this. And yeah, definitely this is pretty much my favorite Lindsay Lohan movie. It's probably my favorite Rachel McAdams movie, and it's also probably my favorite Lacey Chabert movie as well. Like, it's just, and not to mention, this was actually Amanda Seyfried's first feature, believe it or not. Like, she hasn't really, like, she's done, like, TV, like, stuff as a child and all, but this was, like, really the movie that actually put her on the map, and what a good feature it was. And yeah, Mean Girls, awesome. But that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10. First Reform. 9. Les Miserables. 8. Dear John. 7. The Last Word. 6. Loveless. 5. Chloe. 4. Mamma Mia. 3. Jennifer's Body. 2. Ted 2. 1. Mean Girls. Now, for some of the... Now, she's been a few other stuff I could... Like, there are some other stuff I probably could have added. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again is a good one. Definitely not Red Riding Hood. Larry Juliet's okay. Fathers and Daughters was decent. Gone was okay. Middleweight to Die in the West, which is also directed by Seth MacFarlane. The Big Wedding, definitely not Love the Coopers. She had like a brief role in Alpha Dog, where she was like in that pool with Anton Yelchin. She was also in While We're Young, 9 Lives, Epic. She's also voicing Daphne in the upcoming Scooby-Doo movie. That should be interesting. But let me leave to you guys. What are some of your favorite Amanda Seyfried movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is C Movies signing.